Congressman McCaul, it's good to see you. I want to start with the stimulus plan, which is what everyone's talking about in D.C. right now. The House passed it along party lines, but Republicans voted against it. You were one of the Republicans who voted against it. I'm curious if you can tell me more about that, because the Texas unemployment rate's at 7.2%. That's higher than the national average. Texans need help. Why are you against it?
Well, because only about 9% actually dealt with the vaccine and delivery of the vaccine, and it was COVID related. There was so much other stuff in there that had nothing to do with it. And you're talking about almost $2 trillion now. We're getting about the size of the GDP in terms of our national debt. I was very disappointed that Speaker Pelosi and Schumer decided to just sort of go it alone and go through reconciliation and not make this a bipartisan effort.
Congressman, a congressional subcommittee is now investigating ERCOT here in Texas and the power failures that happened last month. It's asking for information and documents. I realize you don't sit on that committee or the subcommittee involved, but what do you expect that Congress might do about what happened here in February?
At the federal level, we need to look at this, the ERCOT grid itself, and look at the creative ways to how can we winterize it, but also in a time of emergency, could we somehow tap into another power grid if necessary?
Is that something the taxpayers should pay for, or is it something the private industry should pay for?
Well, I think both. I think the private sector, it's going to have to be part of doing business, really, is that we have to have minimal standards when it comes to winterization, which threw everything off. And it wasn't just wind and solar. It also was, natural gas was probably 70% of the ERCOT grid, and those wellheads got frozen.
I want to ask you about the threats of another attack on the Capitol from the QAnon conspiracy theorists. The House shut down on Thursday out of concern that violence could happen again. I'm curious to know whether you think that was a mistake, and if Congress cannot conduct its business, don't these people win in the end?
Well, I mean, it's a great question, and I think at some point we're going to have to open the Capitol back up. But as a former federal prosecutor and one that did counterterrorism, yeah, it all has to be threat-based. I had to take that threat seriously after what happened on January 6th, but I did feel a lot safer because we did have razor wire in the National Guard. There's another threat coming up for the joint session of Congress where the president will be speaking in March. But I do think after that, and all threat-based, but after that, I think we need to start sort of winding down. This is the people's house, after all. And I don't think we can be fenced out with razor wire and with thousands of National Guard members. We can't keep doing this forever.
Is there already a threat for when the president speaks there to Congress?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Congressman McCaul, it's good to see you again. We appreciate the time.
Well, thanks for having me. Hello to everybody in Dallas.